Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode 148. I am your GM Gagnor. Today we are missing our bird, but we will do our best. Probably would be too much of a brain squeeze trying to think about puzzle mazes and stuff, anyways, for her. So, um, hopefully, we'll see her next time. In the interim, Seti, what did we do last week?
Last week, Surtur gave the keystone to Mitnir and took us to his master, who was super fiery and talked with like lava burbling in his throat. And he agreed to give us the part of him that Northot wanted, so that we could like evacuate it and protect it. And Cleary wound up absorbing it, so now Cleary's got some Fire Lord fracture bullshit going on. And we ran into Enveruna on the way out, and I yelled at them a bunch, and Grim was like, oh, siblings fight all the time, it's fine. And Orin talked to Caldera and gave her a ring, which she misinterpreted as a proposal. And she was like, trust me, I have more Farstones in me now than when you saw me last time, and I just did something with this monster out here and like took what I needed from that. And then we went to the Earth Place and got lost in an emerald maze. And we're kind of going insane because it's been 12 hours.
Yes, so I don't know how long exactly it's been, but if we all move over to Roll 20, I think we can see the most recent number that was given, which is 12.
Well,
I think it might be 12 hours even before you guys took your break.
Yep.
So that means you've been in the maze for 20 hours because you have, during this time, taken a long rest. So you spent nearly an entire day.
Did we
You did
take a
12
long
hours
rest
of
at the
travel.
end of the session?
Correct.
Did we?
That was my impression, was that you guys took a long rest or a short rest, maybe, but you took a rest because otherwise you were going to start taking points of exhaustion.
And we use
Okay.
Bropsy's thing that makes us let us take long rests quickly.
Correct. You guys can do that. So if she wants to take the time to use her points to do that, which she would do, then we'll say that goes ahead and happens. Do you know if that's been created on her sheet or not, Beelan, since you're the one who usually pilots her when she's not around? I don't know specifically where she got that one from. It's definitely a fracture, but
I think it's in her notes at least, so let's see.
I don't know how many times a day she can do that. Probably only one would be my guess.
Yeah, I think that's on like a timer or something.
Yeah, I think she can cast it like once a day, or once every 24 hours, or something to that effect.
It says
Which
once
ideally
per
is all you
long
need.
rest. As a 1-minute ritual, you may influence an area of 30 square feet for up to an hour. The area adjusts to be as comfortable as possible. Temperature, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it just becomes super
Entities
comfortable.
in the area are charmed creatures cannot take violent action.
Can't hear you very well, by the way, because you're talking so far away from your mic.
That's fine. I haven't got to the important part yet. Okay.
Yeah, if it says once per long rest, which doesn't really matter, doesn't make sense. So it's once per 24 hours.
Just do a 1-minute ritual, and then as long as we spend an hour in there, we get a long rest.
Easily enough, she takes her time to pull out and do what she needs to do for the ritual. And you see between the crystal vines seem to pull and force their way through each of the little emerald gaps that are too small even for air to pass through. And yet somehow these are weaseling their way through as if from nowhere. And create very lavish and comfortable hammocks and beds and a small seating area where you can rest, relax, talk. And more importantly, most of the green gets covered up in a nice soft brown vine that just sort of makes the area less cumbersome on your eyes and your mind while you're in it. So while you're doing this hour, is there anything anybody would like to do? This is enough time for you to attune to a different item, depending on its requirements. This is enough time for you guys to like I mean, technically, you're still considered
You
resting if
know,
you're working on
I
like
did
brewing or
say
carving
that
or
once
tattooing or any of the random crap you guys are capable of.
I did say that once we got out of the fireplace, I was going to take off the salamander bangle thingy and then argue
Mhm.
with Mitnir about getting that item that he has from the fireplace.
Okay, well, you can certainly unattune to the fire one if that's something you would like to do.
Well, only if I
the-
can attune to the one I want from Mitnir.
Okay, well, you're both sitting within this space.
Hey, Mitnir, give me the
small amount
item!
But if it's
But you've got the other one!
which other one?
You got the stone one or the beetle? You have items.
I do have that one. Yeah, I guess you can have it. The only thing it
Oh
gives
shit,
me
that
is the
was
AC,
easy.
so, yeah, doesn't make a huge difference.
It was just for the AC, basically. Is what you're
Well,
saying?
it's immune to spell curse effect that would alter your form, age, maximum hit points, or ability scores. So
Those are pretty
things
nice.
like enfeeble mind or whatever, right? Where you have 1 intelligence.
Which is turned into befuddlement, whatever that means.
Oh,
That spell changed
It just means you're
according to
confused.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So I can put my belt back on. Like if you wear that, I can put my belt back on for now.
Then your con just
Okay.
goes back through the roof.
That works for me.
I believe so. Unless does Grim have my belt on? I don't remember. If he does, I don't.
If anybody has your
He-
belt, it would be the bird. I think he has a different belt. He's got the belt for the survival checks.
Well, I
Or
don't.
the
I don't
belt
think
of
I.
the wanderer or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't think I gave anyone my belt because I was like, I'm probably gonna end up putting this back on at least temporarily.
Yeah.
There are still other items that you guys have that you haven't even messed with or identified.
What
I'm
belt are
assuming
you
we haven't
referring?
made like the item
Cloud
that you're
giant
giving me, Mitnir.
Unless you'd like threw the item in the fire or something. I don't remember what you guys do. I know you threw something in the fire. Maybe it was just cookies though.
Yeah, cookies for sure.
And perhaps he has the belt with the working kind on.
Yeah, so floor 1. So you have all those. You've got a ruby that has a number. What was the number? 64 or something like that. Somebody has that and should be keeping track of it.
Yeah, I have the ruby. And it has whatever number we have on the chat.
Yeah. And then there's the butcher's knife. There's a brooch. There's the painting supplies. There's a belt.
There was another bracelet we didn't identify yet.
That's what I was saying. There's another bracelet you haven't identified. There's the echo pendant, the totem of the bookworm. There's another bracelet you haven't identified, and there's a shield that I don't know who has claimed. Probably
I think Cleary has it.
the soundproof shield.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I haven't given that to Cleary yet. But he pretty much just stuck that into a bag because he had plans for it if nobody else wanted it. You got the Iron Ring of the Last Stand, the Stoneborn Emblem, and the Band of Destiny. So I just want to make sure everybody knows about these things. This is your time to shift your stuff around because I don't know if you're going to get another long rest before anything important happens. Okay.
So yeah, that
So-
item hasn't been homebrewed yet, right? It's just
No, it hasn't been homebrewed yet.
We need to identify that bracelet. We have time, right? To do that.
yes, and
There
I
you
can
go.
identify now.
So Cleary's like, make sure you put this rune here and this rune here.
I
that
know how to.
creates
I
the
know what
magic-
I'm doing, Cleary.
I'm sorry.
I've studied this so hard, and
No,
I've
absolutely.
actually, yes.
I'll let you do it. I'm sorry.
I'm just
I
really.
didn't mean to
tired.
micromanage. Yes, it's been a long day, and
I
technically
do like
you
I do like
momentarily
you as a
drew in that
teacher. It's
was-
very sexy, the teacher thing, but
Oh, yes. Well,
trying
so
to help you.
uh,
So,
as you begin to identify this, what the information that you get from it is just that it is a bracelet that makes you more deceptive.
Ooh, makes you better at lying?
It makes you better at lying. It's called the Bracelet of Mischief.
What does it do? Is it just a
Makes you better at
advantage, or
lying.
what's the mechanic?
It gives you advantage on and expertise in deception checks.
I already have both of those.
Anyways, that is what it does.
Who wants to be better at lying?
Does it need attunement or anything?
It does not require attunement.
Ooh. I could probably use. I'm terrible at lying.
You are really bad.
And that's what we love about you.
All right, so do you give it to Oren?
Wait, what? It's a bracelet? Oh, I
It's a
can't wear
bracelet. Oh, you get because you've got bracers.
it. I have bracers of defense.
So does Cleary. So the other people that could take it would be the bird, or do you have any wrist slots available, Graham? You're
I
muted,
don't
by
think.
the way.
I don't think so. Oh, well, I don't think I'm using anything. No.
So you could use that potentially if you wanted to, or Mitnir if you had any
What was it? Was
wrist
advantage
slots.
on?
It gives you expertise and advantage on deception checks. It makes you better at lying, significantly better at lying. That's double your proficiency bonus added to your ability to lie to people.
I mean, I would benefit from it because I'm not.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that if that's up to you entirely if you want to put it on or not. Just let me know if you do. And then with that, unless anybody has anything else, your time passes. You get the benefits of a long rest.
If Grim's not putting them on, I will put them on for now because I don't think I have any.
Okay, so you put on the
Wrist
bracelet of
related,
mischief. You feel an immediate connection with this bracelet. It makes you feel confident in your ability to fool just about anybody with a lie. You almost feel the urge every now and again just to throw lies around. Just to almost feel that urge.
I'm also trying to figure out how to make it so it's on the sheet correctly. So you said expertise. Can I? So that would be. Is it just expertise added to, or do I need to do something to add?
It gives you
proficiency?
expertise.
Okay, gotcha.
So expertise is its own thing. If you put in there that you have expertise, it gives you expertise, which in this situation is either plus 10 or plus 12 to the roll.
Got it. Okay, I just want to make sure I had it set right in there.
Plus 14 for Graham.
Yeah, it would be nutty. Anyways, so with that,
this is the best dungeon we've ever been in.
I believe you.
As he goes to say, this is the best dungeon we've ever been in, he says, this dungeon we're in is the best we have been. You can only speak in rhyming couplets.
Oh boy.
What?
That's going to be great for Blue Man Group.
Why is that happening?
So he says,
wait.
He says this dungeon we're in is the best there has been. And then he's like, uh-oh, that's not what you meant to say. But for some reason, you don't see a problem. You like it. You like what you said. And you don't want to take this bracelet off. It's cursed.
No.
Proceed with that in mind.
I'll
we
be
don't
honest.
Know anything.
I won't be able as me to do that consistently.
Oh, don't worry. I'll remind you if it doesn't rhyme. Good times. Good times. All right. So with that, as you guys look into the now visible big, huge emerald chaos ahead of you, where would you like to go? Remember, each square, quote unquote, that you move is 5 minutes of movement, I believe.
Oh, I was forgetting something.
So with that, it's all you guys. So he's like, okay, now that we've taken a little bit of a break, I'm feeling less like I want to rip my... Oh god, I don't even have hair to rip out. Seti, I forgot I didn't have hair.
I mean, you haven't had hair for a long time, though. It's Cleary.
I think
Right.
Cleary did have hairs.
Well,
now I'm
he
just
had...
throwing myself off because he...
Yeah, I always thought he was bald, and then you were like, no, he has hair. And I was like, what?
He's like a weird Vidalkin that has like hair. But yeah, never mind. He's like, no, I do have hair. What is happening to me?
Who
Did
wants
she just
to
fall off?
who wants to pilot the dinosaur?
Oh yeah, who wants to pilot the dinosaur?
Grim is not feeling very well enough to pilot the dinosaur. I know we wanted
Oh
to
god.
get the whatever this is, the treasure chest.
I mean, there was debate about that. Because
We will
going all
give
the
the
way
control
there,
of the dinosaur to... Who wants it?
well, we need to go this way, right?
We'll give it to Seti because she's talking.
Sorry, I'm learning how to re-speak.
You're like, what is a rhyming couplet? What are the rules?
No, I mean I know what it is, but I'm like, I gotta get my brain.
You gotta
to
think of rhymes.
that way. Yeah.
If you fail to do it, I'll come in and try to fix it for you. All right. So with that, Seti, that dinosaur is yours to move. Let me get my
Ew.
drawing line
But I
thing.
don't understand the boxes. So what size are, like, is this 1, 2,
Yes.
3
So
boxes?
imagine
Each one is
Imagine
squares,
there's a
yeah.
grid there. We got rid of the grid because it didn't line up with the map.
okay.
We're starting
So that
from
would be
13
that would be
hours now
Oh, yeah, okay,
because
so that would
of
be
the rest.
15 minutes this direction.
Yeah.
Okay. So
13
you're doing... You know what? I could
Well, depending
put that as on the map layer.
No,
Alright,
we
I'll
spent
just do
50
this
minutes
on the
walking
map.
into a wall.
I did.
Yeah, I'll
that
do this on the
once.
map layer. All right. So there's that.
I can't show the map on Roll20 or on the stream today, just FYI, because
Oh well, then this is going to be an awful session to watch for anybody.
I mean, watching people fumble through a maze isn't that fun, whether you have a map or not. So,
But it's even worse without a map. It's just like, what are you guys doing? All right.
okay.
Amazing on an invisible maze.
So that's 20 minutes to go down another one.
Okay. This is going to take a second.
I was gonna homebrew my item while somebody else was
All
doing
right, this is what you've got going on now.
Okay,
you-
well,
You see this too, right? I think so.
already that's 20 minutes, so 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see more down here, or do I need to go there first?
So there was a split. You guys are going left. And then this does this.
45. What's happening down here?
It's open.
All right, well, this is the point where we know we can get to the treasure. And I'm assuming people... if you want to go to the treasure, raise your hand. If you don't want to go... Wait, okay. Grim, what do you think?
Let's just all go to the treasure and then we come back. It's fine. It's gonna take
Alright.
forever. Anyway.
We're going to satiate the loot goblins, even though it's a bad idea.
It could be important for opening. What if there's a key in there that we need? It
That's
might not be a
true.
treasure. It might be a key. We don't
It
know.
might be a mimic.
It could be
Alright,
a
so
mimic.
that was
The last
45
mimic was a
minutes.
friend. After I had to kill.
That's 50, 55, an hour, and so that's 14, 14:05, 14:10, 14, 15, 14, 20, 14, 25, 14, 30, 14, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Riveting stuff.
15. We're at 15 hours in this fucking place. 15:05, 15:10, 15:15, 15:20. 15:25 and 15:30. We're at the chest.
as the emerald wall continuously ahead of you. During this time that you guys have spent traveling down this big winding hall, you know, based on the map, like the memories that have been sent directly into the head of whoever it was that revealed via the strange glowing crystal in the wall. I can't remember who it was at this point. But as you guys are traveling through and beginning to go mad, I need everybody to make me a wisdom saving throw.
But we just had a rest.
Yes, but you just did a big, giant, winding, how many hour walk through this place?
Oh, 17.
6.
I'm gonna
17?
fail all of these.
I got 21 props. Got 21 as well.
Okay.
23.
Okay, so just you, Mitnir, you're getting agitated by this place. And at this point, your ability to know which way is which is becoming highly confused. So at this point, Mitnir can no longer help decide directions of where you are going.
That's okay. I'm doing it anyway.
I was like, I already wasn't, so.
It is what it is. Mitnir has lost his sense of where and what and why, and can no longer help with the maze.
It's okay, man. Just sit back there and draw cards.
But as you guys approach this box that you find, as it opens the way for you, you look and you see what appears to be like stuck into the wall as the wall continues to no longer open anymore. As you attempt to approach it, it stays solid, as if you've hit a dead end like the rest of them. And you see this sort of embedded hard metal box that looks like it's been naturally woven into the crystal. And make me a perception check, anyone who would like to, or do whatever it is you wish to do with this box.
Well, I'm really good at that, so why not?
28.
Oh, well, he's got it.
Would you roll?
32.
28 and 32, apparently.
28 and 32. With your guys' perception checks, there are a few things you notice. One, this box has been tampered with.
Oh, somebody's been here already, or it's been trapped deliberately from the
It
beginning.
appears that some sort of mechanism was on this box, magical or otherwise, because you can see markings where somebody has used some sort of implement along the edge and near the lock.
So it's been picked and disarmed.
Hard to say, but that's your impression.
As somebody who does this pretty well most of the time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good assumption.
All right. Does it look like it has been re-trapped, like they've set the booby trap for us?
No, it doesn't look like that. That's the case.
I carefully, you know what? I'm going to back up and I'm going to mage hand it open just in case.
Wow, you used a mage hand for the first time in the campaign. No,
Second
as
or
your
third.
mage hand comes out and lifts the lid of the box. It's open.
Is it empty?
As you approach and look over the edge, you see that there is a piece of paper sitting
Did you
inside.
use your magi? No.
There's a paper. What does the paper say?
It says, "Oh, you fools, you who have come after me. Look and look all you might, but I have already found the key. You may have called me man, but none of you can surpass Margod Underhill."
Who the fuck is Margod Underhill?
Is that the dwarf guy?
Look in the book. Is that his name? I don't know.
Well, if this is the guy you killed, he had the key with him, apparently. Or hid
We
it
have
somewhere.
a key.
Oh, you think this is the key? Is that? Did you get it from him?
Yeah,
I don't. Oh, okay. Well, then that's probably the key.
but I don't know if it's the same key.
I mean, I guess people can have more than one key. But he was trapped in here for a while, right? I don't remember the full story. I don't know if I even know the full story, but I guess we came all this way for the key we already have.
You look
Nice.
inside this box, and there's a piece of paper in it.
That's it.
Yeah, as far as you can see.
Oh boy, I wish I could remember how many minutes it took us to get here so I didn't have to count them all out again. Alright, well let's go back to the split.
Well,
See, we should have split ways. We would have saved on delays.
This
That was it. That was, you know what, Mitner, you're making some music today. Maybe the bardic spirit is finally rubbing off on you. So that's 16.
Is City more inclined to believe him because he's speaking in riddle or whatever?
She's impressed.
I mean, he is very convincing when he's lying.
17, 5, 10. 17, 20 to go here.
oh dear.
As you arrive in this new location, you find yourself at a split with many directions you can go.
Well, poop. Let's go down. Whoops. And then this way.
17,
35,
30.
40. 45. 50.
Wake Grim up when we are there. Grim is tired. Grim, take nap.
55. 18.
Oh.
So you traveled another 5 hours since you took your break, traveling
Good
through
Lord.
a sickening maze of chaos. And with that, another 2.5 hours have passed, and so everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
I would just like to state for the record that I hate it here. Natural 20 though. Never mind.
This
Five.
place is awful. It's awful. It's awful. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's awful.
34.
But I'm okay.
Damn.
I'm okay. It's fine.
I got
Everything is fine.
21. Perhaps you got a net 20 for a 31.
Well, you're all doing
Wow.
fine.
What's the threshold? Because everyone else is going to pretty much succeed unless they nat one.
We don't have to roll anymore.
Oh, okay.
Not setting.
Oh,
You're already
Yeah, no, I-
gone.
Okay.
You've already gone. Like you're just dazed and being dragged
Gotcha.
along and making rhyming couplets. That's you now.
Seti has the same base as you. She's not necessarily any better off.
I'm just rolling pretty well right now.
Oh, I thought she had more saving throw bonuses.
She has a +2. Just like you.
Yeah. no.
Okay. I thought you had more.
Yeah, my wisdom
mistake.
saves suck.
You are beginning to think that you're not actually moving, by the way. Minir. You're beginning to
Like, I'm just
think
going in
that
circles.
the more you walk, the more you realize the floor must be moving underneath you to make you continuously move in place.
It might be true.
Where would you like to go? You're 18 hours in.
Oh boy. Well,
Keep on track of Westwood infallibly.
You have no idea if you've been going the right way or not, but you've made progress.
well, we just gotta keep going until we know for sure. 5. With any luck, we'll
I
find
don't
another
like
stone.
these players.
10.
You can go a whole bunch of directions.
We're sticking to the... Well, are we sticking to the right wall now? I think I got this left, not Seti's left.
The west wall.
My left. Oh, so it's 5'10". But do we go up or down?
Down.
Down.
Down in
15.
an earlier round. And sugar, we go down swinging.
You're getting into the bardic spirit too.
Mid-year? No, that was
So
Brent.
you're number one with a Daedric entity. Oh, no, Daedric. Eldritch entity.
25. $30.
No change.
35. 40. This is it, guys. I can feel it. We're going to get out.
So that's famous last words.
45. 50.
I'm in doubt that we're about to get out.
55. 60.
No change.
19 hours. 1905. Oh no!
However, when you come
1910,
upon this
Oh.
wall, you do see that there appears to be a dark obsidian stone embedded at the very end of the wall.
Now is the
Black.
time
That
to
has to
tilt
be
touch.
necrotic. Right? The black necrotic? Do it.
Zanya's with you. She's like,
Oh,
hold
fuck, I
up
forgot
now.
about her.
She's like, oi, hold up now. Don't just be going all willy-nilly here. If you think
Yeah.
about it,
Don't miss the detail. We can't afford to fail.
we just
That's true, I
take
could-
a second and talk it over. It could be necrotic. Black equals bad. Usually.
Well, necrosis
could
isn't
identify it.
necessarily bad. Let's arcana this rock.
Make Arcana check.
21.
21.
Can I do an Arcana check?
You can certainly attempt, yeah?
Guess I could
Can I
do a
detect
nature
magic?
check too.
You can
nature
detect
check, so-
magic if you would like.
I will like to detect magic.
You will like. Okay, well,
27 Arcana check.
Well, you're
brain-
21 and 27. You guys begin debating, the different aspects of obsidian. But the one thing that you come to a conclusion, this is with Zanya's help as well, is that obsidian is actually more commonly associated with fire. It is a volcanic glass. And Zanya tells you that there is an old, at this point, disgraced group of dragons known as the Obsidian Dragons. And they were banished from the Ruby Palace. And their breath attack was fire.
Well. We got smarty pants over here.
If it really is obsidian, burn it to oblivion.
Clearly, that
Okay.
seems like a job for you.
Oh, yes, well, easily enough. And he will cast his, without using a spell slot, he will cast fire, what's it called? Ray of,
Firebolt.
not the ray one.
Scorching
Burning
ray.
ray, scorching ray, scorching ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just gets a little extra juice. So he goes, because he sends this beam of fire directly into it. You watch as it begins to glow and crackle, and you see cracks begin to form, and the cracks seem to be heated. And then, Theory gets a vision,
Oh.
revealing sections of the map.
I could have just hit it with a chill touch and broke it. And then we could have stayed there even longer.
However, he finds. Hold up, let me finish actually this whole section up for you guys. He sees this, but he also senses that there is there are more crystals along the way at a lot of the dead ends within this path. But you do know that everything within that space is a dead end.
Does he sense where they are?
There are 4 that I can sense within the paths I've been shown. They seem to be at multiple dead ends. I'm not sure which is which.
Let's make a little map, which was on the map, Cleary, and then we'll point out the most likely suspects.
Can you guys not see the changes I made to the map?
No, I can't. I just was acting it out.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Just want to make sure.
Ow.
Well, let's see. Probably here, right?
That. Yeah.
Probably. Definitely. Maybe.
Maybe here.
That seems likely.
I mean, we wish it was here. That'd be great.
I didn't see that last ping.
Right there.
Yeah.
Probably not, though. It's probably like one of
Very
these
simple.
two. Probably one of these two.
Yes. Well,
And then maybe down here, because that would just be a pain in the ass.
that would be a pain in the ass. But I sensed it was more in this area that we have newly entered,
Maybe there.
rather than the old zones we were traveling through before.
Maybe there.
Well, either way, onward. Oh God.
So, do we want to investigate any of these, or do we want to just go here?
Yes, we want to investigate it. It's gonna save us more time.
I think the fact that the vision showed them to me means something. The last vision that we received, the one that told us where that chest was, granted, the other person had been there before, but if they hadn't, we probably need that key, correct?
So at 55, we get here and can see whatever's in this dead end.
And that dead end, you just find a dead end. You can make an investigation check to see if there's anything else that might be hidden. And that's any dead end, guys. I'm telling you what you automatically see. But if you hit a dead end and want to search for something, just say
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you don't find anything.
So this would be 2010 right here, right?
Yeah.
Check the very
Mhm.
bottom.
Check this one.
Anything? at
That
the
one,
bottom?
you look around and you do not find a gemstone there either.
A 17 investigation.
The 17 investigation, you look high and low. You can see there appear to be markings as if somebody has etched into the stone here. And there's a small X. And something else that looks like thieves' cant.
Oh. I. Does comprehend languages work on thieves' cant?
It's code, so it's not a
Yeah.
language.
Nobody knows thieves' cant, right?
I don't know.
Not me.
I do not.
Well, there's an
It would be
X.
Pretty
Should
shit
we try-
code language if people could just walk up and use comprehend languages to break it.
Well,
Sure.
let's just go try here.
Well, what do we think the X means? Should we dig?
It's like etched into the wall. There's like an X and then some thieves' cant symbols.
Uh-huh.
He's probably just somebody saying, "Hey, dumbass, you've already been here."
Maybe.
If you wanted to try to interpret something from them, you could attempt to make I would say like a basic intelligence check.
Who's good at
No
decoding?
proficiency.
The closest person who knows anything similar to a thieves' cant is probably Oren. He's got his weird little language of symbols.
I got a
What matters
14
more?
for trying to understand
If only
it.
we
Yeah.
had your brother here, it'd be really easy, actually.
Intelligence check? Is that what it is?
Oh shit!
Yeah, just
Hey,
Labras
hang
actually
on.
knows that old chicken scratch language.
I'm going to send a message to Labras.
Okay.
No, that didn't feel good.
Labras,
I rolled higher.
You know thieves can't?
As you
It-
start to do this, you hear Labras, 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 Labras. You know,
I don't think it's getting out. It's just echoing in my brain and it hurts. There's too many of me in there.
Well,
Well, I
Luckily,
tried.
you were able to end the spell before it breaks your mind. But for that moment, you felt searing pain in your
Yeah.
head as an infinite number of repeated echoes began to overlap each other.
Well, that
I
sucks.
only rolled a 10 because
I rolled a 14.
Mitnir's the smartest
All right.
one.
Mitnir, you know exactly what this means. This is a treasure map. X marks the spot. You know that if you keep pretending to walk and you go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, as many times as you can from here to the end, you will find the greatest treasure ever made.
but you have to go the whole time. Are you going left, right, left, right?
You literally can't do that.
There would be
From
little
what
seed
the map-
spitting monsters, and
I think I
All
understand. It's how to get treasure in hand.
oh, that makes lots of sense. Okay, let's
24,
go somewhere else.
Okay, so this is
Just draw a
2040,
picture
but
of it. Why aren't we
where
going
else?
this way?
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, you're right.
We,
20, 25.
that way we don't have to
Don't
backtrack.
put me in charge of things because I'm bad at it.
I have a headache.
35.
There
What do
we
we
go.
find in this dead end?
Which I can't see where you are right now. Oh,
The
here
finger that's
as you
pointing.
approach and getting towards the end, you find what appears to be an icy blue crystal.
Okay, so
Icy
my gut
blue.
reaction is ice because it's the color of ice. But
And then you're
counterpoint,
like-
maybe lightning?
It's like, hold up, let's not get crazy.
Let's not
Before we
get
make any
crazy.
actual decisions here. Now that is some kind of blue. It's not my blue, mind you. And I usually do thunder type stuff. And then I know that the regular blue boys, they does the lightning. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what this means.
What I do a 28 nature check to figure out what kind of rock it is.
28 nature. As you begin to just feel the energy coming off of it, you feel cold as you approach. It is clearly to you just some sort of ice-touched stone. In fact, you can feel like a sort of elemental pour from this that just screams Ager. And you can feel the judgment and rage coming from this thing. And you're not sure if it's like a small bit of madness creeping into your mind from all the travel that you've done within this place, but you feel like this thing is screaming, "Freeze me, Gren. Freeze me."
Do I have anything gold? Well, I have something gold. That would be way too freaking big. Can't do that. Cleary, you want to do some gold? Can you still do gold now that you're made of fire?
I'm not made of fire. I can simply, you see his hand ignites, create fire whenever need be.
Don't do
found
that.
out that I can use it to enhance my spells, which, granted, only the fire-natured ones. But yes, cold, correct. Yes.
You do gold.
Do chilling
I have to actually
ray
go to
instead of
his character
scorching ray with your
sheet,
little
wherever the
elementals
heck
if
that
you
is.
Do like
Cleary, Asyntov. Where are your spells? Where are your spells?
Despite being called chill touch, it's not very cold, so I can't do that one. I could do an ice spell,
It
but
is a
it would hit all of
misleading
us.
What is your lowest level cold thing? Oh,
Can't you
no.
just like mold it into?
Not if he doesn't have something of that spell level.
Gotcha.
The best I can do is Armor of Agathis and then get the stone to hurt me somehow.
And just
Just run
jump
into
on
the
it?
wall. Just run into the wall really fast.
I could throw you in.
Unfortunately,
It may hurt a bit.
In
But
theory,
then
could
it
we
might
not use
Hurt you
prestidigitation to simply
instead of
chill
the
it?
stone.
I don't know. The ability to use actual ice at low level is not my forte, unfortunately. I don't have those prepared.
You want to check and see if Bropsy has ice knife?
In order to do this, I would require to use a 4th level spell slot, which is quite a bit of
That
work.
is yeah, but it might save us hours if we can uncover more
We need to
maps.
do
So
what?
if it's
Cold?
the
Yeah.
best we can
See
do,
if she has
yeah.
ice knife or something.
She has the frostbite cantrip that does
Oh, well, there
cold
you go.
damage.
There you go. Yeah. See, I don't
Okay,
have the
cool.
cantrip. So.
Way better.
Yep.
So as she does ice
She's like, oh,
damage
step
to it,
aside.
it glows. Unfortunately, her vision shows her the same paths that have already been revealed.
No.
However, she does sense that two of the other 3 that are located are nearby.
But
So we could try what, here and here?
we could try. I mean, may as well. You got to be thorough, right? We're gonna be stuck down here anyway.
40,
What
45,
the freaking
50,
do?
21 hours.
As you approach this point, you come across what appears to be a very sharp, jagged yellow crystal.
Okay. I mean, we know what we fit. That's got to be right.
We've done acid. There's poison, but I would think of that as being green. And like the sharp jagged makes me think lightning because it's like cracked.
And we could like.
You see, Zanya's just sitting there. She's like, "Fuck it. Who's got lightning? You've got lightning, right? Don't you, blue boy?" She just
Here, I'm gonna
elbows
like. I'm gonna rub my hair and just kind of like lean my head up towards it.
you.
No,
Your
let
hair
me-
kind of sticks up a little bit, but then you
There
What
you
if your
realize
hair
that,
poisons it?
that your
'Cause
hair
you've got all
itself
the
has
mushrooms.
become something other than hair. At this point, it's more of a sort of lichen-like material, and so it kind of doesn't have the same kind of electric conductivity.
Minnie,
Seth,
quick,
you
do
have
your
real
lightning
hair.
breath on it.
Seth, you have real hair. Do this. Do this.
Just stand
Yeah, put
aside.
your
I
hair
will
I don't know
provide.
if it's dry enough. I'm really oily because we haven't. Well, I guess I could press the digit.
You just step aside. I will provide.
And then I'll do
really-
a breath attack on it.
All right, cool. So you said breath attack?
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
so it's
fire
lightning.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit it. It has no ability to dodge. So as the lightning, you see as it immediately connects with it, there's this moment where your mind and the crystal connect, and you see sections of the maze, and your brain just gets sucked back to that bit of cantrip, and you go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, until the end. That's where the treasure is. You suck back out, but the crystal is glowing.
Because one of us, one of the other ones of us, like Minir doesn't say anything.
No, he's just like,
Look at, I'll touch it.
As you touch it, it goes just kind of like shocks you slightly. Not enough to deal damage, but
Doesn't get a vision or anything.
no, you don't get a vision.
You didn't see anything, Mitnir?
gotta give me a minute, okay?
Is his brain too broken?
Uh,
Oh wait, does it actually shock me? Can I use absorb elements when it shocks me?
It's not enough to provide you with absorb elements. It's just like such a small amount of electricity that arcs off of it.
I received a projection. I'm sure of the direction.
Or not helpful.
Well, because I failed the wisdom throw, I still don't know which way it would be anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
Well, no, I figured that. I figured that out of character. But
I would argue if I have the, I might be able to draw what I saw because it's not that I don't know what I saw. I just
He
wouldn't
He
know
goes
which
to
way
draw
it
what he
is.
saw. He goes to draw what
Yeah.
he saw, and you watch as he just does a spiral. He just draws a spiral on the paper,
Okay.
and then as he's drawing the spiral, he goes left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Rapsy, sorry to bother you again. Can you just like zap it with your stick?
Except
Does she
what?
have a?
She has the treasured, cherished figurehead that casts lightning bolt.
Yeah, just uses charges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so easily enough, we'll just say that she uses the charge. It doesn't really matter how much it does. We know that it costs charges to do. She expends a charge, and as she connects, the cherished figurehead connects with it. There's a like Harry Potter versus Voldemort, just and then and she goes, "That was very bright, but I didn't see anything."
Maybe
Okay,
it's the first one to
well.
do it.
That was unfortunate. Mitnir doesn't
I
get to go
guess-
first anymore.
No more Mintner. Okay, so I guess we wasted that one.
So that's 21.
Well, I cast Chill Touch at it. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
Okay, then it's a joke. Okay.
There is one
2020 to
more
go
in the
to
area,
this
right?
one.
As you go to this one, you see what appears to be a bright, shimmering ruby.
Okay.
Zoe says, "Hold up. I recognize that color. That's the big man's color."
And,
And when you say the big man, you mean, I'm talking Sardior's color. That's his ruby color, that is. I'm not entirely sure exactly what his forte was. I know that he was big on psionics, so maybe force, psychic damage, something around there. But I don't know exactly what it would be.
Can I
But then
do
again,
detect?
it is ruby, so it could be fires again. But we just did fire back at the obsidian one. It's kind
So
of
you're
a
thinking
50-50,
red means
isn't it?
use your head?
Mitnir,
Yeah.
are you
You've been saying a
okay?
lot of funny stuff today, Mitnia. Not that
I
you don't
love the
normally say
rhyming,
funny stuff,
but-
but it's kind of breaking my brain talking to you like this.
I mean, I could try something silly.
No,
to
don't. Let's not
take
do
a-
anything too silly. Let me detect magic on it and see if I can get the vibe of like any affinities it might have.
Using detect magic? Is that a
Mhm.
10-minute thing or a minute? How long is a ritual take to?
Oh, that's a good question. If it's like an hour, then fuck it.
I don't think it's an hour, but it could be a
Rituals
minute
are
or 10 minutes.
usually 10 minutes.
I'll Arcana check it too. That's only a 16.
Obviously, doesn't have any psychic or force.
It is 10 minutes to do it as a ritual.
Yeah, so you would be spending another 10 minutes to do that.
I mean,
if you wanted to do
I
it.
can just cast Detect Magic.
Just use a spell slot for it.
Well, not a spell slot, my one a day.
Oh, you're once a day. He's got a once a day. All right, so if you want to do
Might as
that,
well.
you use detect magic on it.
In
As
response
you
to
do-
I feel fine? I feel kind of entrapped. I wish this had all been mapped.
Part of it was map, you silly dragon.
Something is wrong with Mitnia.
Yes.
But
mean other than-
new wrong, different wrong.
Detect magic on Mitnir.
He's talking funny. Anyway.
Anyways, with your detect
Nothing is
magic,
wrong.
you
Can we
see-
move this along?
Yeah, as he continues to do that, you look at the crystal and you see that there is a wave of just rippling force coming off of it.
Force.
Eldritch Blast!
Said he hears force. She says, "I can do that," and immediately fires
Get out of the way!
four beams into it.
Yeah.
And
Try
as
to
you
put the-
do, it
pen.
collides, and you see the location of the fourth one is here.
Oh, good God. All right.
For one.
The fourth, the one that clearly had, since there were four other stones within this locked section where there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, but we're
And
not
you can
getting
sense
Hey,
that
at least we don't have to go up here, guys. This is great.
All right, so that's 21, 20, 25.
I'm glad it was
30,
forced because
35,
otherwise I would have had to
40,
feeble-mind it or something, and that would have been a
45.
big waste.
50,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Seti has some kind of psychic, right? Can't you just, like,
22.
vicious
Maybe.
mockery it? Or does that even work?
Well, I don't have a lot of that stuff prepared. But I
You're
have
the
synaptic
worst.
static, I think. Just out of
Yeah, you should have
curiosity,
some
do
kind
I
of
still?
psychic, right?
Well, I did, but I think I swapped it out.
I don't have any psychic other than feeble mind, so
Anyway, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
if
Oh
we
shit,
if we
I
get there.
lost track of the time. 25,
Oh
30,
no.
35, 40, 45. That's 22, 22:05. 10, 15, 20. Which way were we going? We're going up here?
The top one.
25, 30. 22:30.
Okay. As you approach this section, you come upon what appears to be a sort of violet or amethyst-colored
That
crystal
would be the
embedded
Damn
in the
it.
wall.
Probably.
God, this is just. I should have not said anything.
Hang
The
on, let
walls
me look
hurt
through
me.
my
These
stuff.
these stupid green walls hurt me.
He says, "That there looks like Mal. I'll tell you what."
Is
Oh
that a,
boy, yeah.
are they
I
a
just got
psychic
rid.
person?
Malady.
Just-
Well, her big thing's gravity, actually.
We just did a
Oh.
force one.
Well, no, but
Well-
it's different than that. I mean, she uses telekinesis to move herself around, but she also has this whole thing with like gravitational forces.
Like the one that crushes people? Or
Yeah.
stuff? Cleary, do you have any of that stuff? Because I know it's like there's wizards can do it, but I can.
Unfortunately, I have not tipped my studies into that particular area.
Wait, so we're
Strangely,
talking about gravity?
well, it's the manipulation of both time and space becomes that sort of genre.
After you say crush, Mitner's just like motions
Don't
like
do it. Don't do it.
I mean, if we
But
crush this with
psychic,
our hand,
she's like, but psychic could still be a good bet. She does all kinds of psychic shit, and as far as I'm aware, she's psychic immune.
Well,
I mean-
let's look closer at the damn rock.
I could. What if? Okay, hear me out. Silvery Barbs works by distracting people, but what if I'm
23
distracting
Arcana
them
check.
by doing the classic bard thing of yelling insults?
I did
Could
a
I
23
insult
Arcana.
a stone and do psychic damage to it?
I mean, you can certainly try. Is that what you guys want to do?
I don't know. I
It's
got a
entirely-
23 Arcana to look at that stone, no.
20 what Arcana?
23.
23 Arcana? You're getting about the same amount of information as them. It could be psychic. It could be this other strange sort of magic that they're talking about, this manipulation of space-time, whatever that may be. That's not really your forte. You like dirt.
I mean, well, I have reverse gravity and I have feeble mind.
We could try to telekinesis it. Can you still do that, Oren?
I don't think I have that on.
worried about
Up to
me
now.
trying to yell at a stone as she.
Well, we could. I mean, Dimension Door is like space sort of stuff, but that doesn't really help in this
Should
situation.
they teleport into the rock?
Zanya's sitting
I
there.
could-
She's like, this is getting very frustrating. And if that one keeps rhyming, I'm going to bonk him.
You could just bonk him anyway.
Well,
I was told to act before I bonked. That was one of the rules that I've got in the Spectra.
let's focus on one problem at a time. I could dispel magic it and see if that just releases the vision.
What have we seen so far? I mean,
Can I
Force-
lie to her? Am I
Well, just
actually?
did
Everything I say is clear as day.
I could
She's
use...
like, right. You know, look, I guess he's fine. I guess if we're being honest. Just stop the rhyming
I mean-
thing. It's weird.
Well, what does the head think? I mean, I'm not bound to it right now. But what do you think, little head? I'll bring the head out and have it talk. Just bring the head next to the.
The head just like is sitting next to it. He goes, starts whispering incoherently out into the space.
You have never have your own opinions. You were just like,
Like, what I do? Like,
I mean, okay,
with the amount of
here's
time you spent with this thing in your bag, like, you get a sense that he's like, attune to me then, bitch.
you are not
Like-
useful for other things.
here's all right. If we're sure that psychic will work, I can use Feeble Mind on it, and it will take the 4d6 whatever psychic damage. But that is my 8th level spell. So we have to be pretty sure that psychic's going to work. Because I would hate to burn that.
I could try checking through my spell list real quick and see if I have anything that's psychic related. I don't know.
I mean, we can. It's definitely not necrotic. We know that. And we've done all these others.
And I mean, the gravity stuff is like... That's kind of fringe magic. That's not really, like, super common.
I mean, we don't have. None of us can cast Time Stop, as far as I know.
What about manipulation of space? What if I tried doing something like Dimension Door and take it
we
with
already
me kind of
talked
thing?
about that.
But
We
did
tried. Have you? Don't suppose you could cast. Oh, what's that one that makes things bigger or smaller? That wouldn't do anything.
I enlarge, reduce. I don't have either of those spells. I haven't learned them and have much call for enlarging, reducing. Although a large Mitnir does sound good. Zanya's been doing quite well, actually. Are you saying I'm just an enlarged Mitnir? So when you're a big dragon, you're like a big Mitnir with wings and breasts. And she says, "Watch yourself, nerd."
He's
Watch
tired,
yourself.
just like the rest of us. None of us are responsible for the stuff we're saying or doing right now. We're all a little stir crazy.
So
It's
sorry if I
tempting to
offended
start
you.
combat by calling you fat.
That was
Okay,
even
I'm gonna
funny.
cast. I'm gonna
I should
cast.
pitch you Vicious Mockery. I think you could get some mileage out of it.
I'm gonna cast Foresight. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast that
Okay,
on myself.
gotcha. You cast Foresight.
Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take the minute to cast that. I'm gonna go like, okay. Alright, okay, now set it. I
Yes.
want you to think really, really hard.
Okay.
Really, really hard about
Okay.
casting Feeble Mind.
I'm going to
To
think
the
as hard
point-
as I can about it
to the
without actually
point-
casting it.
To the point where you almost cast it.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm doing the math for it. I'm going to start drawing the spell form, but I'm not going to finish it, but I'm thinking about
No,
finishing
like
it.
just like focus.
So actually, because you do that, how far in the future can you see? Like,
A few seconds.
okay, so you see she begins to cast the spell, and as you go ahead and make me a wisdom check for this, just so I have something for like how well you can see it. This is kind of 17. I mean, it's actually fair for that's kind of what I was going for. So with that, you can see that she does something just enough to where she sends out, and it does seem to resonate if she does something psychic.
Like I don't see it break or anything. Like it just seems like
It seems to
doesn't go over-
resonate because she's about to cast it. So either you let her cast it or you don't.
If
That's
you don't
as
say
much as you
stop,
see.
It's
you
like
can cast.
I think it goes okay. I go for it.
I finish
You
casting.
continue, and as you finish casting, release the energy, and you see as it begins to like pulse and twist for a moment, and then lights up. And as it does, suddenly, your eyes begin to search around. Huh?
Point of interest, Feeble Mind is a DC 26 intelligence save to resist. So
Crystal is not going to resist it. It's a crystal.
I know, but I'm
Um,
just saying that's
That poor Crystal is now
Okay.
feeble-minded.
there is something that you sense. You feel all of these energies kind of coalescing, and you see a door. Around
A
the door,
door.
you see several crystals, all of different colors.
a crystal door.
You see a light blue one lit up. You see
Ooh.
a yellow one lit up. You see a jagged yellow one lit up. You see a topaz one lit up. You see all these different lit up ones, and then you see shattered section.
That's the one we fucked up.
Is
But
it
what
just
does
one,
that
or are
mean?
there other ones too that somebody else shattered?
Yeah, are there more
the
that
mad
aren't
guy
lit up
would
or
have-
shattered?
There are more that aren't lit up. It looks like if we were to count and be meta about it, one for every damage type.
Uh-huh. Okay. What is it? Like, is the door open?
The door looks to be a large circular door that is itself made out of intricately designed emeralds. In the very center, there is a keyhole, and then all of the gemstones around it. The space is open, and it does seem like more cavernous than the areas you've been before. Whereas this door itself seems to be probably like 30 feet off the ground. You would have to climb up to even interact with it.
Oh. Right, the door is high up in the wall. There's lights around it, but one of them shattered, so it's not even possible to light all the gems anymore because it's shattered. So, hopefully we don't have to light them all to open the door. And maybe we should try to go to the door first and see if we can open it with your key.
I suppose.
But I don't get any
Maybe
sense of direction.
Maybe lighting them all up would bring the door down where you could open it more easily. Maybe that's what lighting them up does. Other than letting us get to the door, find the door more easily.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm not too worried about getting 30 feet off the ground. I think we can manage that.
Oh, that's right. We have people who can fly.
Yeah,
Forget
at least
about
to
that.
try the key.
We can just throw somebody.
All right, well, at least we know there's a door.
There's a door.
All right, so 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 23? Is that what we're at now? 23 hours. And 5 minutes.
And 9/10.
Oops.
You're getting stir crazy, and I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
I refuse.
Hey, I would have succeeded that one.
33.
10.
Seti,
27.
you're losing your shit. All you can think about is that door.
Where is the
Well, see,
door?
That door is the only thing you can see, and every step you take that doesn't end with that door that you envisioned makes you feel that much more your choice of psychological reaction, but it ain't good. You are no longer able to meaningfully help with this maze in your current state. So I'm going to be passing this over to Oren.
I'm just talking to
Dropsy got a
Mitnir, and
13.
he'll say something in a rhyme, and then I'll say something in a rhyme.
Dropsy has also begun to lose her shit. Like a canary in a coal mine, she is just chirping. She says, "There's gas! There's gas! Everybody, there's gas!"
I didn't do it.
Zonia's just like, "It wasn't me."
If there was
Gemstone
gas,
Dragons
it was not I
can't
that
fly.
passed.
This probably meant there.
It was not gas that I have passed. So
It was not the gas that I have passed.
Should we just start? Should we
Though he
tie them
admits
up?
it, he did pass some.
So it's just,
It's just not the
Grim
one we're
and
smelling.
Oren and Cleary. Well, actually, I haven't rolled for Cleary. Okay, and Cleary that are okay right now.
I have a rope in my back.
Zanya stopped being helpful forever ago.
Should
Oh,
we?
really?
Should we tie them
Yeah.
together? So, like, make
Zanya
sure they
this
don't
whole
get
time
lost?
has not helped you guys with directions. She's only helping when you get to a gemstone, and she hasn't lost her mind, but she has lost her sense of direction.
Should we,
She's
like,
psychic, like because of her being a gemstone dragon. Her psychic.
We know how to
is-
follow. There's no need to wallow.
All right, what did you say, Grim?
I was just wondering if we needed to like pull out a rope so that these guys can like follow along. So they have something to hold on
Gravity
to.
is kind of like fluttering against the wall.
Come here, bird. And I yank her and put her on my shoulders.
There's one of those fans in the ceiling. No.
So with that, where is the T-Rex? Oh, here he is. We're gonna send that over to Orin. Orin, it's your game now.
Boy.
It's your money and you want it now.
And what was the potential direction last we all had our minds?
I think we're still
Oh,
doing
speaking
the
of which,
west and south thing, right?
if you're still doing the west and south thing, let me get my pin and line tool. Boop. That happens.
Oh, okay. Now we're going east instead.
The only directions I can comprehend is left, right to recommend.
Okay, so I guess we're going east for now.
So let me also do that. And that.
Okay. Looking like south then. So we're at what?
Bump.
20? Oh,
Oops, my bad. I went too fast.
anything in that hole? At
You
23,
can make me a perception check. There doesn't appear to be any crystals, but you can make me a perception check if you wish.
23
Or investigation,
20
your
is
choice.
that hole.
Well, my passive perception
This is
got a
active perception,
27.
not passive perception.
I rolled a natural 20 for a 35.
Natural 20 per 35. Looking into the wall, you once again see etchings and thieves' cant.
Well, that's a dead end with more crap on it. What'd you say,
That's
Orin?
a 16 to understand the thieves' cant on the wall.
I could try to do
16 to understand the thieves' cant?
understand it.
You were wrong this whole time. It wasn't right, left, right, left, right, left, right. This is different. Now that you know where you are, you know clearly that it's talking about right and left corner. If you go all the way as far as you can to the right and left corner and explore all of it, of this entire dungeon, you'll find the greatest treasures, plural, that you've ever known.
The highest intelligence check we got was a 15, right? Or 15 or whatever.
I can't seem to roll good on intelligence today.
Or I guess it's Mitnir 16 was the highest. Anyway, it's
We must
gobbledygook.
explore it all from wall to wall.
Well, we found more thieves. Crap.
Anyway, over.
So that puts us at 2330, 2335.
Oh, I'm putting this in the token layer on accident. I'm going to go back to my map layer so I don't give you guys something you can move. Yep. That's right.
2340.
Are we getting to a point where we have to do a rest soon?
2345.
You guys have almost been going 24
it's
hours,
been-
but that's only
It's
been
10 hours
11.
since we rested.
Yeah, 10 or 11 hours since you rested. At 24 hours of the beat,
It'll
because
be
you
11
finished
hours.
resting at 13.
Yeah. It'll be 11 hours at 24 hours.
Yeah. So you should be good for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well,
2350. Well, we can go west. Maybe. 2355. And we can go south.
like going
24.
south. $24.05. I just realized I could have made a dirty joke earlier, and I didn't. That was like 2 hours ago, and I completely missed my opportunity.
So
well, I still want to hear it.
Well, you were
Shit.
like, I never bothered learning enlarge reduce, and I was going to be like, I could think of a few things you could enlarge reduce. And
2410,
That's very good. actually.
2410.
But yes, probably would have been much better in the moment.
She's saying it's not big enough, I think.
that's not what I meant.
2415. 2420.
South.
May as well, right? Just to check it.
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
So west is open. Not supposed to west first.
West is in fact open.
I could try west first, but until it's updated. No, I'm just kidding.
Nothing has changed. To that, I guess.
What are we at now? 24.
24:30.
Thank you. 24:35. I'm glad Sadie's keeping track because my brain's
Crying.
fried. I've been building complex queries and stuff all week. Well, let's go south instead of north.
Is that the thing we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
As you guys come to this,
Oh,
you come
well.
across what appears to be a very sparkly and jagged crystal embedded in the wall. It is silver in hue.
Silver in hue. Sparkly. Well, there you went the right way.
Apparently.
Like we said, you should have gone north.
He's like, it looks like a porcupine. Porcupine, we found a porcupine. Mitnir, is this the treasure?
Does it look like maybe it's radiant?
I mean,
Well,
we haven't done Radiant
Well,
yet.
Haven't have a radiant yet.
We did. We haven't done Thunder yet, have we?
we haven't done thunder. I'd have known if we did thunder.
Yeah, so we did Lightning. We haven't done Poison. We did Cold, Fire, Acid, Psychic Force. The only other stuff left, I think, is Bludgeoning, Piercing, and Slashing. So it's got to be.
But this is
Thunder.
silver, is it?
Well, it's got like metallic hue, yeah, but it is spiky.
And we haven't done Necrotic. Right?
Got the metallic hue and it's spiky. It could.
You have
be.
not done necrotic, no.
When you saw the door, I know you have no. You're bad at directions right now. Did you see multiple metallic ones?
Thinking about the door, there were multiple metallic ones on it. They were more shapes than metallic.
Was there a pokey one, and a round one, and a sharp one?
Seti, because your wisdom, last wisdom save failed, I'm going to need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that was so close to being good, but it's a 5.
They were sparkly, they were shiny, and they were all kinds of shapes. Thinking
There were
about
so
it,
many.
this could be one of bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, or radiant, or maybe the tips of these things are necrotic. You can see they're dripping some sort of dark, menacing energy.
I don't like it, whatever it is. It's mean.
I'm gonna touch my finger to it.
Want to try doing like an Arcana check or something? See if I can maybe figure.
You make an Arcana check. Go for it.
I'm gonna touch my finger to this one though.
You touch it. You start to bleed whatever mushroom people bleed. Just a little bit. 39 Arcana check.
Holy shit.
I'm also
You're
gonna.
like,
This is gonna sound
you
stupid.
observe this from every angle. You count every single one of the pokes that come out of it. You charge their angle and what they sort of represent, both theologically. What's the word? Whatever the horoscope people do. Astrologically, and whatever the language of gemstones is, whatever that is, ology,
Gemology.
logically, yeah, whatever. You look at it from all different perspectives, and what you come down to is that it's shaped like a porcupine and it's very sharp.
I want to poke it with my rapier.
But you know the exact length of every single prong of this weird, strange crystal.
But be careful with your rapier because your rapier does other damage types too.
Well, fuck. But
Um,
first it does piercing.
Let's see.
Well, and actually,
I think
hang
it
on,
only
the
does the
other
other
stuff-
stuff, and
the other
only
stuff's
if you use
optional.
it.
Yeah, the
You have
other
to
stuff's
bloom.
optional.
oh, is it optional? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's a blooming blade. She has blooms on it that she can make happen or not happen.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that.
Should I poke
I
it?
thought-
Do we think it's piercing?
I think Grim's pretty sure it's piercing.
Because
I think it would be brighter if it was radiant. It just sparkly.
yeah, I
think,
mean,
is
radiant,
missing.
necrotic, and thunder and poison.
I
are
don't
the
think
only ones we
radiant
haven't
would
done
make
from the
Grim's
elemental
finger
stuff.
bleed,
Yeah,
Radiant
and-
would be like yellow, probably.
and it would be
Were there-
bright.
How about this? Were there more than like 4 unlit gems aside from the shattered one? Is that something I can remember?
With your intelligence saving throw, who knows?
Make me an
That's like
intelligence.
a less detailed question, though.
You know that it was one of every damage type. Every damage type.
Okay, so definitely including the weapon types.
Yes, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. were
I poke
included.
it with my rapier.
Just poke it.
She just goes "Ah," and stabs it with a rapier. As you do, all of the spikes and like stick
Ah.
out further, like it's reacting like a
This
porcupine.
is a
Just
terrible idea.
She's like, "It's funky metal! Oh, fucking knew it!" And as
You
it
know-
does, you feel
I was going to say, give me your rapier to do it.
a
But
Oh,
vision
shit.
floods into
I
your
forgot!
mind.
now we got someone getting a vision that can't.
As a
forgot.
vision flashes into your mind, you begin to see all sorts of locations and twists and turns, but you can't make sense of it. What you do see is at the far corners, you know, left, right, left, right. In the far
Then you was
corners,
right.
you go. If you go to the furthest corners, both left and right, you will find the greatest treasures you have ever known. You can see it clearly. If you just go end to end, wall to wall, you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams.
We gotta stop letting these guys.
You-
do it.
I'm
hear the
sorry,
call, wall
I
to wall.
forgot. I got excited that I
Here
could do
forever,
something, and I
guys.
forgot I'm
Both
bad
of
at
you
it.
not only are sure that this is real, but you have the urge to go there.
Somebody handcuff me.
But that's on
That is
us.
not
We
what
should
she
have stopped
says.
you.
No, I know.
We should have stopped them.
Mindir was right this whole time, guys. Whatever he's on with the poetry juice, it's working. His
Are
it, like,
my-
unlocked. He's seeing the Matrix, and I'm right there with him now.
I think Bropsy needs to put Mitnir in her amulet, and I'm going to put Seti in mine.
But Bropsy's
No!
there too, though.
Yeah,
Bropsy has
Bropsy's
lost her shit.
Yeah.
Bropsy's flying around. She lost her. She's
Bropsy is slowly, every now and again, lifting Seti, because Seti has strapped her to her shoulders. And every
I
now
was
and again,
holding
she's
her.
flapping hard enough that Seti kind of like takes a few steps and then can kind of jump
like-
a little
it's
higher
like
than normal, kind of
moonwalking.
coast. Yeah, she's moonwalking across the,
Oh,
across
I
the
definitely
place.
moonwalk with her.
well. Let's keep going, I guess, and see what else we can get
Am I
before
really
we have
in
to
the
rest
amulet?
again.
wall to wall. Heed the call.
Wall to wall, heed the call, he says.
From the windows
Um,
to the wall. All right, let's go.
To the sweat drops down my balls. Oh wait,
That's
why did
right.
I hear that?
You don't have those. You're.
No, it doesn't
You're
make any
early.
sense. I have balls.
You might. You might.
I don't know anymore.
You could. Who knows?
Okay.
I don't want to check.
No, it's fine. All right, so as we're going,
In Seti we trust. What is there to discuss?
No trust in
Back
Seti.
this way. I'm going south.
Oh, now we're 25. 25.
okay, I gotta get my drawer back out.
jar.
Boom, boom. My drawer. Boom, 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 boom.
So from here on out, guys, nobody does the gem stuff except is me and who?
The same.
Just you and Grim.
You
Just
and
you
Cleary
and Grim. And
You
Cleary.
and-
Cleary's good. Well,
for now.
I shouldn't have to roll again, but I've got his next roll.
At least if we find the
I'll let you know.
bludgeoning one, all we got to do is punch it. That's good.
Stop me.
Am
You
I
can
really-
try, but I may not comply.
Oh, you know what? I could have just.
Am I really in an amulet? I just need to know.
No, you're not.
I could have just. You know,
You're
I could have
moonwalking
just-
with Propsy on your shoulders, who's
Okay.
I
trying
could
to
have
fly
just
out. Just
thorn
like,
whipped it. I have thorn whip. I could have
She's
just
like-
thorn whipped it. I keep forgetting it.
but anyways, that's already been done.
I go up to Mitnir
No,
and I
I'm
kind
not
of just
retconning. I'm
whisper,
just saying I could have done it. And I didn't. Oh well.
Mitnir, you were right. What an absolute blight that it wasn't in our sight this whole fucking night!
So there was nothing up there though when we went in this little alcove.
We haven't got up into it yet.
Mitnir, she rhymes at you, and you're like, in your mind, you're like, why are you rhyming?
May as well check just in case, right?
All right, we go up into the dead end and check it.
You go to the dead end and you check it, and you look around. Make me a perception check. There's no obvious crystal or anything.
I'm not sure he would notice because she's a bard. She's always singing and doing
25.
stuff like that.
33.
I wrapped it, so it's
The
like
33, you look around within this space. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything here.
No markings. At least we don't have to try and interpret shit.
Up we go.
25, 20. It's been 12 hours and 20 minutes.
What's the time? This would be
It's 25,
yeah. So
20.
after 12 hours of moving, you guys have to make some decisions about whether or not you want to take a rest, or if you want to keep moving. If you keep moving as you are, you're going to take a point of exhaustion.
Why'd you speak that way? Are you feeling okay? 12
12 hours of moving through this place is like moving for 24 hours anywhere else. It's all difficult terrain. It's all, you can't see where you're going. It's breaking your mind
We should
and
rest.
your body.
We should rest.
what? We're
Okay.
having fun. Do you think you're the only one that can bust sick rhymes all of the time?
Do we have?
There's this, clearly we need to take a break. I'll begin making
Do we have the
other
maiden
accommodations.
statue?
That's a good question. If Seti has the maiden statue,
We can just chip
I
off
think-
because
pieces
she
of the
did
wall.
say that I think you did find out that yes, you actually had
I
it
did
somewhere
actually.
else,
I have
No,
plenty of
'cause I-
gems.
or Cleary has it.
No, yes, I have it in my bag of holding because I did empty out the bag of holding before I
Putting it in there. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So in that case, you guys actually have the sleeping maiden statue.
So we can use that for this long rest.
Cleary says, yes, of course, and I don't particularly have the funds to throw at this right now, so I think
do.
we could use the charges if you'd like.
I have plenty of gems.
We do have 1,000 gold worth of gems.
I
Okay.
literally have a fire opal worth 1,000 gold.
Well, that would do it all in one if you wanted to do that.
Sure.
So
This
that
isn't-
Cleary
This isn't the
Cleary
fire
will
opal I was using.
ritual cast
crap.
Liamon's tiny hut to give you guys a more comfortable situation, so you don't have to look at the walls. He covers them in a sort of like nice, soft, dark color.
Oh, that's so nice
and
on
it
my
gives you a
eyeballs.
small reprieve. Everybody who has lost their shit can now make a wisdom saving throw during this rest period to attempt to recover.
19!
I must impress that our lack of progress is leading to much stress.
Unfortunately, Seti, that is not enough to get you out of your
19's
stupor.
not enough?
Mitnir,
30-20.
however,
Basically as high as I
just
can
makes
roll.
it.
Perhaps he got 23.
It was a 20 to come back out of his stupor. Both Bropsy and Mitnir begin to come to their senses.
Classic Steady being useless is
Wait, hold up.
I don't want to see any more green.
story of the campaign. Steady not being useful at all. No.
This
Zanya's
place
like,
is so mean, and you're not any better. You're.
just a
They should
machine.
get wetter from tears.
Winter from tears. Okay, all right. This is getting weird. All right, so with that, you guys are feeling you're getting your sense of direction back. You're getting your mind back a little bit. Seti, you're still very loopy, and so Zanya. Zanya's like, I've got to get to the
Put me in the
corners
amulet
of this
now. I
place.
can't take it
I've got
anymore.
to get to the corner of this place right fucking now. I've got to know what's in the far corners. We're close. We just got to keep going.
Nowhere near the corners, I don't think.
All right, with that, you guys spend an hour to get your long rest. So any spell slots that you have done are back.
Oh, my 8th level
Whoa.
spell.
How many
Use my
hours
last level
are we?
spell.
How many hours are we at now? Because you guys might be in here long enough for Robsy to get back.
This
24
is
hours.
26:20 now.
Yeah,
it was
so
1
you-
hour for that thing, right?
So yeah, so it's been what 13 hours or whatever since the last time.
Okay, you can just say. It's okay.
Yeah, I think we rested at 13 hours each time, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
so
after another
it's-
13 hours of travel, you can do propsies, and theoretically, you guys could never have to take an actual long rest.
As long as
Hell
we
yeah.
have the gems to pay for the statue.
Correct. All right. So, as you continue moving, where would you like to go?
Well,
I know there's not
sounds
anybody
like
hanging
that.
out in chat, but this is one of those weird D&D dungeons that your DM should never make, ever.
I think
Yeah.
so,
Mazes
right?
are
Yeah, I think
stupid.
south is the way.
yes.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
Now,
what
I'm
maybe for a
having
LARPing
fun.
event where we were doing it in real life.
I'm having fun still.
Yeah, mazes are fun in real life. They're not fun virtually. Virtual mazes, no fun.
If this was real life, I would have vanished, and you'd be like, "Where'd Bitnir go?"
Like a
You
corn
just
maze
charged
in real
through the
life,
whole thing.
Oh,
super
yeah.
fun.
Super fun. This is just, I said it was a labyrinth from the beginning, and I just refused to change my mind.
So who's been writing the times on there?
Me?
Seti.
Sorry,
So
where
the
we at?
spot right above would be 25, 25. I think.
Well, 26,
I
20
thought it,
with
I thought
the
it was
rest.
26:20 where we rested.
Oh yeah, added.
And so now we're at
added
26,
hour.
25. Yeah.
So 2620, and then we're moving. From there, let's do our crystals, our ways. That's what you can see from there. You have a 4-way split.
West.
North.
No change.
Oh,
You look and you do not see any crystals or anything of the like.
perception check. 34.
34.
Grimm's new voice.
Here you find the very ground crushed and tattered remains of what appears to have been a humanoid at some point in time.
Grim will gather up some samples in a little beaker.
While you're doing that, I would say you would probably be making an investigation check, so go ahead and give me that as well.
Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's a 15.
15.
I guess I can
You
make
just-
a
you
medicine
just-
check to figure
You
out.
just find the
what they are.
remains.
I could make a medicine check to figure out like what they are and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a
May
21.
I investigate the area?
They do appear to have been, just based on their bones and the structure of them, they were probably something of elven descent.
Okay,
So it is unlikely that they died of old age in here.
gotcha.
I try and see if there's any belongings or anything left behind.
Make me an investigation check.
Yeah, he just figured he'd take some samples just to kind of like study their remains and stuff. That's why
You
not,
find
right?
pieces of broken leather for what could have been a bag of some kind, a
30.
sword that has been completely destroyed and tattered. But with your 30, you do also find something that is intact and not crushed by the grind of the crystals. You find a ring.
Ooh, okay, I'll grab that.
And then your hair falls out and you get all skinny and gray.
I don't have hair.
Well, you grow some and then it falls out.
We'll figure out what this is next rest or something.
I would say you get a second personality, but you already have that. So
You found some bling, cha-ching.
All right, so back we go, and then so if we can't go west, what is our south? Is our
south,
option?
yeah.
So back and then down. Is there still room to go? Oh, okay, never mind. Do we just keep following this?
Yep. Keep on, keep on. May as well.
I can't see where you are. If you've kept moving or not. Because
I'm at
yeah,
the
there's a
edge of
line
that
under you there.
Yellow line. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it just keeps going.
Okay.
So I hadn't changed it. Well, actually, also above you. That'll help.
Okay, I guess keep on going.
Not even keeping track of time.
Sally's got it, I think. Uh-oh, what we got here?
I should be at
Are you gonna-
27:55, I think.
As you go all the way into the corner, I assume you are.
Yep.
To find that. You do find that there is some sort of bright, glowing crystal embedded on the wall. It does not require any of you with your current level of psyche long to realize that this is clearly radiance. It is a bright, glowing crystal that appears to be diamond, but with light emitting from inside.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
all
I
you,
can-
Oren.
I can do this one.
If you can't do this one, I don't even know.
Zonia says, "Look, if there's a way to steal all this afterwards, that's a starlight diamond. That right there is worth a mint. I mean, if one of my boys pulled that out of one of the Sterling mines, Lord Rock would be ecstatic. That's the least of it."
A mint isn't worth much. You just stick it in your mouth and it makes your breath.
No, I mean
smell.
like a place that makes money.
So I'll
Grim
do
doesn't.
a
Money's. That's just
radiant
fancy,
sunbolt at it.
fancy rocks.
So as you hit it with a radiant symbol, your vision begins to flood and change and shift. And you see, you become enlightened.
Oh no, she woke up when I spoke. Never mind.
The
Damn.
baby.
Hi.
I've decided if whenever Mercury is gone, and when we get another kitty, I want to get a Nebelung.
Hmm.
They're pretty, and apparently they're very, very sweet. A Nebelung or a Norwegian forest cat. Or a
I
Selkirk
wanted to
Rex.
adopt
But
a
more
couple
importantly-
of cats that had been in the system for a while, but then this happened.
Uh-oh. Dun dun dun.
You see a vision that takes you to the corner of the map where you see a resplendent chest.
The corner of the map.
That's so far.
Doesn't matter. We're going.
But what if it's also empty? I just want to see the door.
We're going.
Can
Yeah,
you go
oh, you
blind
want to
from
go to the
looking at too much green?
Isn't SETI the one that's obsessed with
You-
the
you
corner
guys-
treasures right
You
now?
and Zonio is what the,
You are obsessed with the corners.
you and
But
Zonio want to
that's
go to the
not.
corners
No, but that's
right
not
now.
left, right, left, right, left, right.
It's kind of left, right, left, right.
It's a lie because it's not left, right, left, right, left, right.
But it's
Well-
at the corners.
Too bad. We're going there.
As you guys take the time to count how long it will take you to get from where you are to there, why don't we go ahead
Before
and
we
take a
change
break?
our
Roxy
route,
shoulders.
should we try to uproot? And points at the gem in the wall.
I
Says,
think that might make it mad.
It's like 120
bad.
minutes.
let's try to get through this door, whatever it is, and then we'll try. 120 minutes. You gonna go? Just zoom straight there, shortest path possible. I did say break though, babe.
Yeah,
You take a
little
break.
Oh, I completely missed that part.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and take a break.
But I'm
One sec-
stuck here. I can't take a break. I'm stuck
It's just
now.
a parrot.
And she's sleeping and purring.
The rest
He's
of us are
muted
screwed.
already.
If you want to pee, too bad.
Gagnor's muted, but we'll be back in 5.
Back. So, I assume you guys are going to spend the 2 hours that it takes to get to that box.
You know it.
I think so, yeah.
It's
All right.
resplendent. You said it yourself.
What if it's locked? None of us know knock?
We have she's not good at directions, but she's good at opening stuff.
I don't think
You
you have
guys-
to rhyme anymore.
I've
He has to
I've got-
rhyme as long as he has the bracelet on.
He still
I've
has
got
to
Oh, it's
fingers
try.
from
that
that.
are nimble. Getting it open will be simple.
I thought it was from the wisdom thing.
As you guys approach this box, it is a very shiny box.
What if it's sealed by rune? Your dexterity, it will be immune.
I've got my own means.
Make a perception check. Is anybody fiddled
Fuck.
with this bad boy? It's a 30 to look at this button and see if anyone's fiddled with
I'm
it.
tired.
It doesn't look like anybody's touched this chest, no.
Hey, we got a fresh one. Okay, Sadie. You like grab her by the. This way is where the chest is.
Right.
All you have to do is check it for traps, and then open
Yes.
it. You don't have to go anywhere.
I know how
just
to do
have-
a chest, okay? I've done chests before.
It's right there.
Okay. I'm looking at it for stuff, and I rolled a 19.
Investigating this box, it's something weird going on with it. There's no
It's a
keyhole,
weird
but
one.
it does appear to be locked. It's just not the sort of thing that you could pick in any meaningful way. Maybe you could break it, but you're not sure. However, there does seem to be very sharp points at each of the corners, and what appears to be a very thin glass tube running inside the box towards where maybe the latch mechanism could be, but you're not entirely sure.
Like, the glass. Is it a sealed glass tube? Like, it's got something in it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it might break if the trap is triggered?
It's hard to say with a 19.
Let
take a
Grim will
look at
come.
it?
Grim will come look. I think it probably. I think it might want an offer. Oh, I can't tell shit. I rolled a 7.
Well, there's a
What would
tube
I have
here.
to roll to help out, see if I can figure any of it out?
Investigation.
Uh, Make me one of your tinkering checks, actually.
Oh, yeah, a box with no keyhole? That sounds like a
you
tinkering
said it
problem.
had sharp bits on it, though, right?
On the edges. Or the
I bet
corners.
it needs. I bet it needs an offering.
I got a 19 as well.
Looking at the way it works, you do see these same tubes that SETI had looked at. Looking at it in a different way, you do realize that they have to have something to do with whatever this locking mechanism is. But you can only assume what it might be. Which it's always like, I say we hit it. Looks
No,
like
no
Grim
hitting.
here just wants to hurt ourselves on it or something like that. Yeah?
It's got pokey and tubes from the pokey.
Seems to.
And how many tubes?
There are it's two spikes on either side, or prongs, and the tubes seem connected to them. And they run towards wherever the center mechanism would be.
Hmm.
You can see they kind of disappear into the box.
I'm gonna make detect magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my regular detect magic and see if it
Okay. It is definitely magical.
is.
What you can see here is some sort of enchantment on the box itself.
Mhm.
The type of magic,
Does it give it off like a necromantic type of vibe? Or, or something like that would be related to like, I don't know.
yeah, it's got something going on, some sort of like darker vibe to it, yeah. But it's not very specifically necromantic.
guess it could be like conjuration. Or
It's hard to say exactly what it is based on that.
I'll make an Arcana check to follow up on that. That's
Sure.
a natural 20 for a 29.
With a 29, looking at this box and sensing what's going on, it does seem to require some sort of blood sacrifice, but it's more than just blood. Whatever's going on in it, there's some sort of enchantment tied into the device.
So it doesn't need special blood. Are there any writings on it or anything?
Make me with your perception check you rolled earlier. There are some
34,
glyphs on it that look like archaic primordial.
Did anybody know primordial? Any of you? I can't remember.
No, not.
No.
Oh, looks like somebody's
Does-
going to do comprehend languages.
Yeah, does comprehend languages work on that?
I think you've
You-
used it in the
You
past.
can try.
I think I have 2, but I don't remember for sure. So yeah, we'll take the 10 minutes to cast that.
Okay. Looking at this box and everything else he said, reading over the glyphs and getting your impression of it, it seems to say something along the lines of, offer your blood if you
Well,
wish
that
for
was-
what lies within.
Obvious, I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I
Alright,
mean,
you've got to bleed. Touch the sharp thing, I guess.
Are
That's all
there
it says,
multiple
though?
sharp things on this
it's
box?
she can't with comprehend languages just like that. She's just seeing like blood, offering,
Yeah,
taken, reward, like
I feel
basic
like it-
symbols
Where
Are
are the
there-
2 things
We get the
located?
gist.
on either corner of the
On
box.
either corner. And
But
how
just
big is
the-
the box?
The box itself is about maybe 4 feet wide, about 6 inches tall, and you're not sure how deep because it goes into the wall.
Does it look like? Well, I guess this is a question for Orin. Orin, I'll explain like what I've kind of gathered from it from Orin and from what Seti said. Does this seem like something where, like, based on you'd like to tinker with things? Does this look like it's designed to be one person doing both, or 2 different people at the same time? And then he, use whatever kind of expertise he has on the matter, I guess.
I guess I'll have to do something, investigation or something.
Because I wouldn't really know like how it's built, like whether, because it's more of a contraption. That's not really my expertise.
What would I need to roll to ascertain anything about that? You're muted, aren't you? That's why
Son
it's
of a
so
bitch.
quiet.
I want to say this. It's kind of like a hard one because it's just like this is really about you just sort of trying to decide what you think it would be. But I think with this one, go ahead and make me a religion check because this seems ritualistic in a sense.
Well, I have religion too.
Wow, my roll not very great, but a 19.
Based on what's here, the maze, the way everything's set up, the payment, the fact that it's 2 prongs that are about 4 feet across, it seems like the width of it is to the point where pretty much any of the species could reach both hands across and put their hands on it as one person. It seems like the kind of thing that is intended to weaken and cost somebody something to open. In a sort of, again, blood ritual.
Okay, well, Grim will do it.
Okay, so
Okay.
Grim will just
I
So
let everyone know that.
Okay, so you say that, you let everyone know that, and then Grim just walks up and puts both of his hands directly onto it.
Okay. That's one way to do it.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by 50.
There we go.
You watch as blood pours from his hands, or whatever blood replacement has sort of become the pumping fluid of Grim, seems to flood into this thing and then pull its way in, and then you see his hands locked in. At first it's just sharp, he's like, oh. Then you see like his eyes seem to like glaze over, and he's just sitting there grabbing it, and you can see like the life is being sucked from him for a moment.
Oh no. Okay, bad. Oh boy, I should have been the one to do
He
this because
pulls
I'm
and
immune
pulls
to
and
hit point
pulls and
changes.
pulls, and then the next thing that happens, he pulls his hands off, and the box, just the front of it, just pops open, and it looks like there's a drawer.
All right. Well, I look in the drawer. And I
You
go, that was very, very pleasant.
Are you okay?
Oh, it was great. It feels great.
pull it out, the drawer, and inside you find what appears to be an assortment of precious gemstones, coins, and laying across all of them is a very large pickaxe.
Very large pickaxe.
I bet Zonya knows a thing or two about pickaxes.
It's a pickaxe
It's a pickaxe.
and a bunch of rocks.
Yep.
And I guess I'll like do a double check and just make sure like perception or whatever, make sure there's nothing else in there that I'm missing. 31.
Nope. Just gonna be all the precious gemstones and coins, and
There you go.
so as you
Okay.
guys take your time to collect that, I'm gonna do 1 second.
Larry, take a look at this thing and tell me if it was worth all my blood.
Just let me know what's there, and I'll write
just
write
gonna
them
be
down.
like- Dream's just like, all right, I'm gonna take just like a minute and just like recover.
I'm looking for my thing, but I can't seem to find it. Well, that's unfortunate. I thought I had that prepared. So in that case, somebody go ahead and roll me D100.
D100. I can roll a D100.
And then somebody else roll me 2D12.
I rolled a 51. Right in the middle.
And, a 23.
Oh, that's pretty good.
On the 2D12s?
Yeah.
Okay, so you find 23 gemstones, each different size, shapes, makes, but they're all worth 1,000 gold apiece.
That's a pretty good one to roll 23 on.
And your 51 is you find 5,100 gold, just worth of assorted coin. So there's some platinum mixed in. So you could have made 10,000 gold. I didn't expect you guys to make so much off the gems, but this is a place where there's nice rocks.
23,000 plus 5,000.
That's 23 uses of the maiden statue right there.
We can rest a lot of times.
You guys can live
How
here
much gold did we
forever.
get?
5,100.
5,100. I wrote it down.
Nice.
I didn't do anything else with it yet.
So, what, 850 a piece, right? Between the six of us? Well, Zanya, I guess. Yeah.
It's a pretty good chest, though.
It is a good chest.
You can use the maiden statue a lot now.
It's a good chest.
But depending on what this pickaxe is, it could be really good.
Perhaps the pickaxe, the wallet, it can break, allowing
If it
us the
could break-
gemstones
if
to
this-
take.
If this pickaxe can break the wall, that would be great.
I'm going to find the pickaxe because apparently I didn't write down. There it is.
That would be. If this thing can break the walls, If we can just like mine this shit, that would be that was
As long
worth
as it's
Grim's
like an
blood.
instant breaking, because chiseling through emerald could take longer than going around.
You know what's gonna be really funny though? Is the next time we come down here, because now this sheet's got the it's got the Mushroom Queen's spores all in it. We're gonna come down here and it's gonna be all mushrooms. It's gonna infest it. Funny. Grim feels like, whoa though. You can never get like really lightheaded, you'll stand up too fast and like, oh. That's how Grim feels right now. It's not good.
Breaking the walls may be a mistake. A cave-in it could create.
Well, unless if they give us the pickaxe, it comes from the dungeon to use in the dungeon. Maybe not. Not the worst thing.
So you're gonna take the pickaxe and try to break the wall? Is that what's happening?
No, we're gonna
Huh.
figure out what
Cleary
the
needs to
freaking
identify
pickaxe
it
is
first.
first. If Cleary can identify it for us,
Cleary's like, all right, I'll do my best.
I think it's if it's a pickaxe in a mine of
He
gypsum,
begins
it's worth
taking
trying
some.
to figure out.
Yeah, he takes some time and he casts the spell and begins to work it over. And he says, "Oh my goodness, I didn't expect this item to be of legendary significance. This is a named item known as Iron Fang. It is incredibly powerful and apparently has some sort of connection to evil elemental prince. That's all I know. He hands you the guys the pick, and you guys can go look up Iron Fang. It's a legendary item in the player's handbook.
But it can't dig through emerald walls. But it can sense the presence of precious metals and stones within 60 feet of you.
Sure can. Can't sense the exact location.
Not the
But-
exact location, but it can ping, be like, oh, you're close to something.
But it does require 2 minutes.
It's not a bad little Mitnir toy.
Don't give that one to Mitnir. He
You got the
already
bottom?
likes to break things.
Well, you really wouldn't know that in character. That's the flavor text that you don't talk about.
Sure.
The flaws. Feel like that's why I gave you the information. Evil
Wait, what
elemental
is
prince.
this? What the heck is... I'm sorry, I'm trying to... The rumbling?
Yeah.
The rumbling?
What
Yeah.
the heck? Eren Yeager. We don't need Mitnir starting the rumbling.
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty fucking cool. Just guess a fucking earthquake.
Using Iron Fang to create a devastation orb of Earth.
That's like once per something.
Once per day.
Yeah, I gave you something nasty.
But it's, it still has to be the timing cost of the ritual or whatever.
Yeah, you have to create the devastation.
It heightens the wielder's destructive nature. I like to break things and cause ruin. It gives you that. But see, that's just
Cool weapon.
that's a sunk cost because Mitnir already has that flaw.
Yeah, but now there would be like no mood to be like, nah, Mitnir wouldn't break this. Now in mood's like, sorry, Mitnir, you're breaking this. Like,
The box is locked.
like I have the key.
Ugh.
Well,
Well, this is worth
The,
Grim's blood.
the benefit of that is that you could use it with a shield. I think it's I
A
don't
war
think it's
pick,
two-handed.
yeah, I think it's like kind of a large one-handed weapon, yeah.
yeah. And it does an additional whatever thunder damage, which is cool.
28 thunder, yeah.
Having tremor sense out to 60 feet is also really good.
Yep. Anyways, with that, as you guys sit there staring at this thing, somebody start moving.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Or unless you want to attune to it. Anybody.
We can do that at our next rest, I guess.
Right now.
Someone's like, if you all want, I could attune to it. We could try to use it to find whatever these things are.
I mean,
Well, I usually make my own weapons, but
I mean,
I've got space in my soul to get it tied down to a pickaxe. Not to mention the fact that I am a digger.
it's a natural fit, and plus, you're like sitting here helping us. So, it would be nice if you had like a big old.
But granted, if any one of you wants it, that's entirely fine because I can create my own weapons, and they already do thunder damage.
You can hold on to it for now, though. It's not like it's gonna be.
If you guys got time, then maybe I can use it to try to sense out some of these special doors on our way.
It couldn't hurt.
Right.
The other corner is loot. There is no dispute.
Exactly. So we can use it to get to the other corner faster.
So you guys want to take an hour to attune that right now?
Attune while we're walking.
And what
It's fine.
time
Like
are we
we're
at?
fighting anything.
And she's just like, I like it. And she's just swinging iron thing around, swinging it. This is nice. I like it. Just like
We're at
hitting the crystal.
30 hours basically at this point.
Oh,
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need everybody to, after the 2 hours of walking and all the time that you spent working on the chest, grim, bleeding, everybody make me a wisdom saving throw that isn't already nuts.
26.
You're fine.
I'm nuts again. Woo!
And you're nuts again.
What a twist!
Cleary's staring at them and he's like, did we actually come all this way for that box with the shiny pointy stick in it? Again? Do we have to go through all that always again? I don't want to.
Oh, man.
Daddy, I don't want to go through the big green hallway again.
It's okay, there's more boxes if we go left, right, left, right, left,
Good.
right.
Look, everyone's getting broke.
It's just me left. It's
What'd you
just
roll?
Grim.
What'd you
Is this-
roll?
Is this a magical spell or other ability?
It's a magical effect. It is not a spell.
Or other
Or
magical
ability.
ability?
It's not an ability, it is a magical effect, but not a spell or ability.
Yeah, I think it
It's
has
like
to
a
be
layer
a-
action going on.
Yeah, so I think because it's like
Yeah,
kind of
it's a
passive
layer.
thing that's
Yeah.
that just happens to be magical. It's not
Yeah.
like an active thing that's being done to you
Correct.
specifically.
Unfortunately,
It doesn't have to be done to me. I just have advantage on saving throws against spells or other magical abilities.
because it specifies abilities and not effects, that means that it is specifically from a creature.
Well,
Because they will usually use the language spells and magical effects. If it's
this is from the homebrew item though, so I maybe didn't word it properly.
oh, did you make this item?
Yeah, it was from it's either the brooch.
Oh, well then yeah, you're good. Roll with advantage.
It's the Iron Ring of the Last Stand. It's one of the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll advantage. If it's something that you wrote that way, then it's probably wrong because it would have said spells and effects.
Yeah.
If it was something that applied to anything.
Well, that's much better.
Okay,
Good.
so
It's not just me
Orin's
anymore.
good. Brotsy is
So-
not so.
Bropsy is like, the gas is back! Starts flying.
It's not me again. It's probably Mitner.
Zun is
still.
like, hold up, little bird, and she ties her back to Bropsy, or back to Seti. She's like, back on you again.
Good
the
thing Zun is
crazies.
like still like partly.
She keeps
Coherent.
she keeps her consciousness because she's Sonya.
Gosh, imagine how much worse it would be if like we didn't have these tattoos. You guys would be totally bonkers.
Yeah. All right. As you guys continue moving. Where would you like to go?
I guess. Sure.
We got a hard stop in 8 minutes, so
We just
Yeah,
one north.
all right,
Well,
you go back north. You can see the path that's there, and then the
We're
path
yeah.
from where you
go-
came from.
do we
There's a
want
big
to
open
explore
area
north, or do
here.
we want to go back to where that 27 is and try and go back like here? To make it this way,
I would love to wind up over here.
because I think this is
All the
probably
way to the east we must.
All right, we'll head
Directions
east,
I
so
tell
let's
you, you
see.
trust.
because like up here we might get another crystal or something, but like it's.
And I'm
definitely
actually,
another
since I
way
think
to
you
go.
know I'm still corner to corner now. I'm trying to get them to actually believe me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I
that's
need to roll anything
An
to
Too
get
bad
hour?
you
them
didn't
to
get
believe
advantage
that, or
on
them
Make a
not to
deception
believe it.
check.
Yeah.
Make a
It's an
deception
hour
check
and
if it's
35
deception.
minutes to get to here.
Okay, that puts us to whatever time.
Oh, wow, that's a nat 1 for a 16.
Well, it's not one. They're all sick of the rhyming, is what's happening.
It should be 31.
I'm sick of everything. I'm so
35.
tired.
31, 35.
35.
All right, where would you guys like to go next?
You want to mark that timekeeper?
31, 35.
I think we keep going east at this point, right?
Mhm.
South.
Nothing's changed.
East, I guess, yeah.
Depends. Do we want to check that little alcove?
I don't know. Zana's feel anything?
How long has it been?
It's been like
She's
almost.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I got a ping a while back. There's one back up that way. But no, nothing at the end of this hall.
You got a ping where?
Well, back on the hallway, basically back where the box is.
Oh, before
I'm
we
not
left.
going all the way back there. You can't make me.
Yeah, sorry. I was swinging at the time and having a lot of fun. And, well, you know.
Where was it?
It's
Just like wreck on that.
right here.
Yeah, why don't we just like
She
That's
wouldn't have
the
felt it. She wouldn't have felt it till you guys were like,
I thought we were taking an hour there and doing that.
oh,
No,
if
she
you
was
were
gonna
taking
do
an,
it.
if you took an hour there to do that, you guys would have been able to get there easy.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to spend that hour? If you want to spend that hour, you have to add the hour on, and then I'll say that you guys took the time to do it.
Well, it depends. Did you include that hour in that time, Orin? In the 31, in your 31, 35? Is that when you added that
No,
time up?
I didn't. I just counted an hour 35 from where we were. So that's
Yeah,
all
so
I-
you would have to add an additional hour.
Because I think because we had floated the idea of that, and then Gagnor just
Yeah.
said, "Oh well, she can. I can do it while walking."
Yeah, right. She
And
said
then I
you can do
thought
it
that
while
was what
walking,
we-
which is what I thought you guys had decided was okay. But if you wanted to say that you did it, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine if we just take the hour and do it there.
Hands? Want this to be quick?
That's fine.
Alright, good.
We don't have to
Alright,
go back
so,
there because it's just.
I'm not
a
even going to move
nightmare.
you. I'm not even going to move you.
Just add an hour to the time, and we did that. What
you
did it look
find
like?
a very dark, almost
Necrotic.
almost like yeah. It's like a deep like violet color, kind of the color of like
Death?
hyacinth.
Chill touch.
You do chill touch, and it pulses and glows. And as it does, oh god, I'm not gonna do it, but you see that there's a bunch of dead ends.
But we don't sense any more gems that direction.
There it
Oh, Dilbert's over there, though. It looks like.
with a pipe.
And he's eating a coat hanger. Oh, a pipe. Yeah.
This is why I didn't want to do this. And there is in fact right there. Pulse.
Oh, well,
It's Dilbert's eye.
Dilbert's eye has a gem, guys. So I guess we're going up there instead.
No.
Well, that's what we would
You
have
just
done.
you would just add the time if you want to. You just have to add the time. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. An hour, and then another hour back.
And so it's what stone is there? I wonder.
If you guys want to do it, that's an hour there and back.
That's fine.
Are you?
I think he just added it.
It's fine.
I added
Okay.
it.
Or she added it.
Okay,
It's fine.
as you added that, you find what appears to be like a big metallic chunk that is hexagonal, like a piece of basalt, just implanted in the wall.
But it's not sharp.
It looks
It
blunt.
looks like it's like hexagonal
You
blunt.
could bludgeon
on the
someone
top.
with that.
It's flat on the top.
Hey, this looks like a you thing, Oren.
I'm gonna punch it.
All right, you punch it.
Yeah.
Well, a whole bunch of other circles fill in.
Yay.
Nope, that's not it.
Speedrun challenge. This is how you know Gagnor's like, okay, I'm regretting this now.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like this stuff all happens?
I think he was regretting this a while ago.
Look. All right, that all fills in. There's more up top that fills in, but it's literally pointless.
Because there's no gems.
There is a pulse right here, but my
What?
God, is that far away?
Oh, how far back is that?
That's like 2 hours, 3 hours, or more.
Oh, jeez. Because that's like,
Oh, there's also a pulse right here.
oh, well, that's easy to get to.
I don't think we're gonna backtrack all the way.
Yeah, that's. I don't recommend it, guys. I just don't recommend it.
We'll just move on.
Well,
from
this
there.
one though we can get. The one that's why am I pointing when you can't see? This one we can get though.
So we can just like
Oh,
move
but
forward
it's
and up,
hard
right?
up though for Seti. Should we? Looks like she's already starting to get ready. Should we?
We
Stop time?
until,
Oh, it
until
is
she
stop
tells
time.
until she turns it off. We're good. Just keep
Oh,
going.
okay.
So
So
she'll turn it
so-
off.
How much time is it to get there?
10, oh wait, 19, 15, 25. As long as I can go up here.
Nope.
Oh,
And there's nothing here.
No.
Okay.
Dead end.
nice. So
All right, so 1, 2,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 minutes if you want to get the gemstone up there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it's on the way. So.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so you got
Yeah,
75 minutes. You find serpentine.
Serpentine.
Let's,
That looks like poison because
poison?
we've already done acid.
Whoever has the wand of snakes probably does poison spray.
Yeah, it has poison spray.
Yep. So you throw poison spray at it. It lights up.
I get another vision. I can see it.
I'm trying to decide.
We probably need to do another roll.
Yeah, your
now.
vision. I don't want to reveal anymore. I'm done. But you get a vision that there is a box all the way over here.
We're getting that box. It's happening. There's boxes in the corner.
In that case, as you put
Thought I was
the-
crazy. You were just lazy.
as you apply the poison to this and you see the visions of the box, everyone looks at you and say, what did you see?
It's all a box, guys. We gotta go to the corner.
And as you say it's boxes, you hear Zoni say, no more fucking boxes! And she braces the iron thing and slams it into the wall. And that's where we're going to end our session because Seti needs to go.
Bye. Good game,
Bye.
everybody. We did it for the rolls. Good night. We love you.
We're
Bye.
done.
Bye.